shall we watch scary ghost videos? I'm thinking we're so back.
The first video we'll be looking at was posted to TikTok by a user known as Globalist Slayer USA on February 1st, 2026, and shows a strange moment captured on a home security camera late at night. The footage shows a quiet backyard covered in snow. Right from the start, you can already see a series of footprints scattered across the ground. But then, something even stranger happens.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, what the fuck is gonna happen in this video? Did that
As
say
the video
Bitcoin
continues,
mining?
a new set of footprints begins to appear, forming one after another, as if something invisible is actively walking through the yard. What makes it even more unusual is the spacing. These newer prints have a much wider gait, suggesting something significantly larger than a normal person.
Maybe it's like a giant ghost walking in such a way to unstick its ghost balls from its the side of its leg. Mid-stride.
It's a subtle detail, but once you notice it, it completely changes how the clip feels. The uploader even used the hashtag Bigfoot, suggesting they believe these tracks could belong to something far from ordinary. For those who believe, this could point to something unseen physically moving through the environment, leaving behind tracks without ever being visible. Another possibility is that whatever is making the footprints simply isn't being picked up properly by the camera, blending into the background due to lighting or recording limitations. It could also be the result of editing, with the footprints added in afterward to create the illusion.
How would they edit that though? It looks so real. It's the progression that
stands out the most. Not just the footprints themselves, but the fact that new ones appear, as if something is actively moving through the yard in real time.
This music is freaking me out.
Imagine coming home after a long day, pulling into your driveway and noticing something across the street that immediately makes you stop and stare. That's exactly what happened to this woman, as shown in a TikTok video posted by user Little Miss Bella 3. The clip begins with her pulling into her driveway and stepping out of her car. As she locks the door, something catches her attention across the street, and she just stands there watching.
What is it? What the fuck? It's like a big orb of light. Oh. Dude, what the fuck is that actually? Is it someone with like... It looks like somebody crawling on all fours, but the arms and legs are so long. It's like a fucking robot dog. It has like one of those miner lights on its head. Look.
A person wearing what appears to be a headlamp can be seen moving around on all fours.
What the fuck?
Their movements are erratic and unnatural, almost animal-like, as they crawl and shift positions in a way that's difficult to make sense of.
Why is it moving like that?
They continue behaving strangely for several moments, never acknowledging the person filming. At first glance, the way this figure moves feels deeply unsettling, like something pretending to be a human, but not quite getting it right. It could also just be a person acting oddly, possibly under the influence, or simply behaving in a way that doesn't make much sense from the outside.
Aren't they kind of tall though, if that's a headlamp? Isn't it? Like they go up all the way to fucking
unpredictability that
here.
makes this clip stick. There's no context, or no explanation, just someone moving in a way you don't expect to see.
There's no explanation for this. You can't explain that!
A large number of children grow up with imaginary friends. It's a normal part of childhood.
Did you guys ever have a real imaginary friend? I tried to when I was a kid, but even when I was a kid, I realized that imaginary friends aren't really real. So I just kind of LARPed having an imaginary friend to fit in. Because I thought that's just like something you do when you're a kid, because I saw it on TV. And I'd be like, yeah, Mom and Dad, I'm playing with my imaginary friend outside in the backyard. And then I'd get bored of pretending after like 10 minutes and go back to making like a mud pie.
And most parents don't think much of it. But sometimes, things don't stay so innocent.
I emotionally imprinted on an
this
animate
TikTok video was
object.
posted on January 27th, 2026
I still
by
do
a man
that.
named Nicholas Faria. In it, he approaches his young daughter who appears to be talking to someone who isn't there. At first, it seems like a harmless moment. Then this happens.
What the fuck is gonna happen?
Decile que traiga el coche, decile.
She's summoning demons. What the fuck?
No.
There's
The girl
no
begins calling
explanation
out
for
to her
that.
imaginary friend, asking it to push the stroller sitting nearby on the sidewalk.
She
And just
commanded
seconds
it.
later, the stroller starts moving. There's no one
You can't
visible
fake
touching
that.
it. It simply begins rolling forward on its own as if something responded to her request. Moments like this are often interpreted as a child interacting with something unseen. The
She's a
idea
witch.
that imaginary friends might not always be imaginary. At the same time,
Definitely
there
not
could be
fishing wire. That is impossible. It's a ghost. I agree. Because I feel like the fishing wire, I don't know if a child that small would be able to pull something like a... Like, look at the size of this stroller. It would be from this gap, this distance, that would be so difficult. It's almost like, look at the erratic movement of the stroller. It's like it's being pushed by an unseen force.
imaginary friends might not always be imaginary. At the same time, there could be a simpler explanation. The stroller may have been on a slight incline, causing it to roll naturally, or it could have been nudged just out of frame. It's also possible the scene was
I don't think it's
staged
sloped.
to
Look at how
line
flat
up
the
with what
sidewalk
the girl
is.
was saying. What makes the clip stand out is the timing.
Also, yeah, fishing wire would be a fool's errand because they're doing this on land. Wouldn't you use that in the water where fish are?
She asks, and almost immediately, something happens.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Over on TikTok, a woman known as Cat Snap posted a video explaining a strange and unsettling situation happening near her home. She says she lives by a river in an area with no lights at night, making it especially dark and quiet once the sun goes down. But according to her, that silence has been broken more than once. She then asks viewers to listen closely.
So just listen for a moment, okay? And tell me that you would not be freaked out by this.
So this is by the river. Oh my god, do not go towards that, whatever that is. It's like a siren.
From somewhere across the river, a series of loud, eerie singing and chanting sounds can be heard echoing through the darkness. The voices don't sound close, but they're clear enough
My
to
bad,
feel
I was
uncomfortably present.
doing vocal practices outside.
It's the kind of noise that doesn't immediately make sense. Rhythmic, almost coordinated, and completely out of place in such an isolated area.
My
What makes
bad.
this even stranger is
I was
that this
plowing
wasn't a
and pounding
one-time
into your
occurrence.
grandma and
In
making
the
her
description,
sing.
she explains that this is
Playing
the
her
third time
pussy
in
like
2
an
years
instrument.
that she's heard these sounds near her property. In a follow-up video, she responds to someone suggesting it might just be people nearby. She acknowledges that others do live along the river in California, but insists that whoever is making the noise is doing so late at night, and for reasons she can't explain.
Nobody makes sounds like
The
that
whole
late at
situation
night.
gives the impression of something
That's
happening just out of sight,
abnormal.
close enough to hear, but far enough to remain hidden. Of course, there could be a more ordinary explanation.
No, this is in
The voices may simply
California.
be coming from people
Northern
gathered
California,
somewhere
I'm
along the
assuming, because of the
riverbank,
pines.
with sound carrying unusually well over the water at night. But even with that in mind, hearing distant chanting echo through a dark, unlit area like that is the kind of thing that's hard to ignore once you've
Is
experienced it.
California the most haunted state? That's just because I'm here. I cursed it.
A woman named Sarah Serendipity posted a video to her
Jeez.
TikTok account on March 12,
Nice
2026,
alliteration, Sarah.
describing a moment that left her deeply unsettled. According to Sarah, she had a strong feeling that she was being watched one night. Unable to shake the feeling, she decided to pull out her phone and start recording, just in case. It didn't take long for that feeling to be validated.
No.
Is that?
What is that?
What the is that?
Well, maybe it's a... Do you see the light orb?
What the
What?
What the is that?
Dude? What the fuck? Is that a handprint?
Hand.
It's like a really
Freaking
long,
face.
bony
2
handprint.
hands and a face. What the is this?
What if somebody came up and rubbed their ass all over the glass and made like
As
a
you
little
can see,
imprint
what
of
appear to be
their...
handprints,
the
and
rim.
even a face impression suddenly become visible on the window. The marks look pressed into the glass as if something was right there, watching from the other side.
Like they had their fucking face pressed up and they were looking in.
The detail is what makes it so disturbing. It doesn't just look random. It resembles something with form, something close. It's easy to interpret this as an unseen presence revealing itself in a physical way, leaving behind traces of where it had been standing.
Don't those look like
At the
eyes
same
at
time,
the top?
there could be a more ordinary explanation. Residue, condensation, or oils on the glass can sometimes reveal prints that were invisible before, especially with changes in temperature or lighting. Even so, the timing is what makes this moment stand out. Feeling like you're being watched and then seeing something appear that seems to confirm it
Oily
is the kind of
crackhead.
experience that lingers long after the moment passes.
Yeah, my bad, guys. I was oiling up a bunch of crackheads and I set them loose.
In March of 2013, a YouTuber known as Dan82ify uploaded a video describing a disturbing experience
doing the
that had just happened moments
crackhead
earlier.
chase.
According
oil
to
'em up
Dan,
to make 'em
he had just
harder
woken
to
up and
catch.
gone downstairs, only to find that all of his kitchen cabinets were wide open. He insists they were closed when he went to bed the
Maybe
night
it was a
before,
heron that
which
broke in
immediately
and was
left
gonna
him
make a mess
feeling
of his pots
uneasy.
and pans.
Concerned, he grabs his camera and begins recording. We then follow him into the kitchen as he starts closing each cabinet one by one, trying to make sense of what's going on. Everything seems calm for a moment, until this happens.
No. What's gonna happen? Just tell me. I don't like being in suspense.
I'm really scared right now.
Oh no.
Just want to shut all these.
Dude, is there gonna be someone in this fucking house?
I figured I'd get it on camera so if something happens, at least
Nice
it's
K-cup
documented.
collection, you fucking dweeb.
Alright. I think I'm just gonna go downstairs and chill out and edit for a little while. Oh shit!
Whoa, shit! Ah! Maybe it's like, what if it's an earthquake? What?
Oh, fuck me.
Why did he just do a
I
barrel
gotta
roll?
upload this. I gotta upload this before anything happens. Nobody gets to see this.
I gotta upload this. Oh, I'm so startled. Ow, 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 I'm startled. What did he say?
Out of nowhere, a glass suddenly falls and shatters on the floor, causing Dan to jump in shock. And just seconds later, another one falls,
Ow,
breaking
ow,
apart
ow, I
just
gotta
the
upload
same.
this. Ow.
The reaction is immediate. Panicked, Dan turns and runs, desperate to get away from whatever might be causing it. In his rush, he ends up falling down the stairs, later claiming it twisted his ankle, trying to escape. The
Ooh,
sequence of
yikes.
events feels sudden and
That's
chaotic,
the worst.
like something escalated without warning. To some, this looks like classic poltergeist activity, with objects being moved
Yeah, did the
or
ghost get
thrown by
scared
an
off because he
unseen
said he was gonna
force.
upload it?
It's also possible the entire scenario was staged for
It's a
the
ghost's
video.
worst fear.
What makes this clip linger is how
Ironically.
quickly things spiral. It starts with something small and unsettling, and within seconds, it turns into something much harder to ignore.
Ow, my ankle. Oh, Jesus.
Over on the interdimensional NHI subreddit, a user known as FVMK3 shared a video
Interdimensional
filmed in Cambridge,
NHI? What is-
UK, back in
What does NHI stand for?
2014. In the clip, someone is simply recording the night sky above the city.
No
Nothing
heckin'
unusual
idea.
at first, but after a few seconds, something appears that quickly changes the tone of the footage.
Non-human intelligence? Oh, that's creepy.
Oh,
Oh,
that's it.
it's like they're playing tag in the sky.
Three bright orbs can be seen moving together in a tight formation.
Whoa.
They glide smoothly across the sky before
That's freaking
suddenly accelerating
tight.
at a speed that's difficult to track. And then, just like that, they vanish.
Do you think they're drones?
The coordination between the three objects is what stands out. They don't drift randomly, they move together almost as if they are connected or following the same path with precision.
I think UFOs are real, but they're not
Moments
aliens.
like this often get linked to reports of orb-shaped UAP,
I think it's just like
especially
top
when
secret
multiple
government
objects are seen
stuff.
moving in formation. At the same time, it's hard to say exactly what's being captured here. Without more context, it could be something more conventional that simply appears unusual from a distance. Interestingly,
Like
the
your
footage was even
mom's
featured in a Netflix
ass.
documentary involving George Knapp called Investigation Alien,
Whoa.
which is only added to the discussion around it.
Aliens.
Clips like this tend to stick with people.
I'll
not
never
just
forget the one time I watched the History Channel for the first time in many years, like the actual History Channel on television, because I was bored in my massage chair, which is like, I have like one of the hardest lives of all time, and you should feel sorry for me. But I was sitting in my massage chair, like, I kind of want to watch some history, something educational, and I went to check the History Channel out of the blue, just kind of curious, and you know, it's all just fucking ancient aliens bullshit all the time, and I was like, oh man. But I caught like the tail end of a actually interesting historical program about modern marvels or something, and then it started playing this new alien show where, I shit you not, most of the stock footage they used was AI generated, just AI generated alien footage to reenact the stories that the people on the show were telling. They couldn't even be asked to just like film a guy standing in a cornfield looking scared. They had to AI generate it, and it was fucking awful.
Because of what's seen, but because of how clean and coordinated it all looks before it's suddenly gone.
Yeah, like how can you slopify slop? That's too many levels of slop.
Millions of children around the world love Peppa Pig. It's a harmless, cheerful character. The kind of thing you'd never expect to be involved in anything unsettling. But
I always thought that Peppa Pig's face, no offense, looks like a tiny, like, chode dick with a huge ball sack.
after this moment,
And it has like hypospadias or like double urethras.
that might change. This video posted to TikTok by Iconic Hannah shows a child's Peppa
Iconic
Pig
Hannah.
plush lying on its side on a bed. At first, there's absolutely nothing unusual about it, just a normal toy sitting still, until you look a little closer.
It's moving its eyes in the dark. It moved! It moved! Did
If
you
you
see
focus on
that?
the face, you can see it.
It moved!
The eyes move. It's subtle, but noticeable enough to feel completely wrong.
That can't be
The
a
toy
camera
itself
glitch or
doesn't
anything.
shift,
Like, how do you
Just the
explain
eyes,
that?
as if something inside briefly adjusted them. Naturally, this raises a lot of questions.
The doll's alive.
The
There's
uploader
no
later cut
explanation
open
for
the
it.
plush to check if there was anything inside that could explain it, but found nothing. Just stuffing, like any other toy. To some, this feels like something unnatural briefly revealing itself through an everyday object. A more grounded explanation is that the movement was added in editing. Small, isolated changes like this can be created convincingly with simple video effects.
I don't think
What
so.
makes it unsettling is how minimal it is. No dramatic movement, just a slight shift in the eyes.
It's full of
Enough
witch
to make
meat.
you pause and look
Why
twice.
did that make me hungry? Oh Oh god, what now?
A TikTok user known as El Morcillo posted a video in February of 2026 showing what starts off as a normal day at the playground with his young child. At first, it feels like a wholesome moment, just a parent spending time with their kid. But it quickly becomes clear that something isn't quite right. From the beginning, the uploader seems uneasy, as if he's already noticed something off in the area, which is likely why he started recording in the first place. And then, around the 1 minute mark, things start to get strange.
No, mi amor, no pasa
Strange?
nada, babe.
In what way?
No era nada, no era nada, ven.
What the fuck?
¿Qué?
¿Qué?
No sé, no, bro.
What's in the darkness up ahead? What is it?
Mira, mira, sí se miró. Sí se miró. Neta, yo sí miré, alcancé a ver algo. Mira, ¿te checaste? ¿Viste?
What the fuck is that?
In the background, near a tree, what looks like a shadowy figure can briefly be seen standing still. It's faint, but noticeable enough to stand out once you spot it. Then, not long after, something even more
Duende.
unsettling appears. A head seems to peek out from the side of the
It's
tree,
not just kids
enough
playing
to
a
be
prank.
seen,
It's
before quickly
some
pulling
kind of
back,
forest-dwelling
almost as if
creature.
it's watching them. The timing and
Slender
placement
Man.
make it feel deliberate. In a follow-up video, the uploader goes back to the same location and shows the tree up close. And that's where things get even more confusing.
Wait, yeah, the tree is kind of
The
thin,
tree is far
isn't
too
it?
thin for a person to realistically hide behind, especially in the way the figure appeared in the original clip. It gives the impression that whatever was peeking out shouldn't have been able to stay concealed there at all. To some,
What?
this feels like something observing from a distance, appearing just long enough to be noticed before disappearing again. The videos could also be staged, possibly using clever positioning or editing to create the illusion of something hiding behind the tree. But when you see something peek out
I don't know
and then
if it
realize
could be
there's
a
nowhere
squirrel.
for it
Squirrels
to
don't go
hide,
out at night.
it
They're
leaves behind a
asleep.
very specific kind of unease. On December 4th, 2012, and it shows a group
2012?
of friends exploring a long,
Wait,
dimly lit tunnel
what?
late at night. From the start, the atmosphere feels tense. One of the guys shines a flashlight down the tunnel, trying to see if anything is lurking in the distance.
Wait,
Eventually, they
is this
decide
the
to
one
move
where they
forward,
saw
slowly making their way deeper inside.
the fucking creature
Step by
coming
step,
out of the
they
grate?
continue through the darkness, growing more cautious as they go. And then, this happens.
I don't know if I've seen this. Wait. What the fuck? What is chasing them?
Out of nowhere, a strange figure suddenly charges toward them at full speed. The reaction is instant. The
Can
group
you see
turns and
glimpses of the
runs,
strange
clearly
figure?
terrified by whatever just came rushing out of the darkness. The creature itself is hard to make out clearly. Its shape looks unusual, almost distorted, but the cool lighting makes it difficult to fully understand what we're seeing.
Sorry guys, it was
To
me.
some people, this feels like a
My
genuine,
bad.
unknown entity, something hiding deep within the tunnel, only
I was
revealing
going on
itself
one of
when the
my
group got
pipe
too close.
adventures.
Another explanation is that it could simply be a person, possibly positioned ahead of time, who ran toward them to create a scare. What makes this clip memorable is how quickly everything shifts. One
I feel
second
so
it's
bad when
quiet
it's like
exploration,
probably just a
and the
random
next,
dude
pure panic.
and they describe it as like unusual looking, distorted, erratic.
On June 17th, 2021, a woman named Chriselle Luna
That looks like a
uploaded a
face,
video to her
doesn't it?
YouTube channel showing herself exploring an old, allegedly haunted prison. For the first several minutes, she moves through different hallways and rooms, investigating the building. Nothing particularly unusual happens at first,
Why is there
just
a
the
mattress?
usual tension that comes with being alone in a place like that. But then, in one specific room, everything changes.
Oh.
Yo quiero preguntar, y me estoy atreviendo a hacerlo estando sola en este lugar. ¡Ay! 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 ¡Ay!
Ay, ay, ay.
Yo vi algo que corrió.
Where? Ah! Did you see it? It was right there.
If you look closely at the window, a dark figure suddenly flies past at incredible speed. It happened so quickly that it's
She
easy to
sounded
miss.
so astonished.
But Chriselle notices it immediately, and her reaction says everything. Before she even has time to
How is
process
she
what
doing
she
this
just
alone?
saw, something even more unsettling happens.
No, what's more unsettling than that? Ay!
Está corriendo algo.
Ay!
Raya visto, yo les voy. ¡Ay! ¡Ay, está corriendo algo!
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck?
A mostrárselos.
Oh god.
Se los voy a mostrar.
Oh god, get the fuck out of there.
Ya cuando haga la edición de este video para que ellos igual puedan apreciar lo que yo vi en mi
It was
cama.
moving so fastly.
Qué fuerte,
Erratic.
fuerte. No sé qué era, no sé si era la niña.
So
no sé si
it was so
era
fast and erotic.
otra cosa, pero estoy segura que no era una persona porque no hay nadie aquí.
The figure comes
Nuke's
back.
Top 5 or like Sir Spook style channel, but for like they talk about like it has like the same tone and same editing style, but they're just talking about WFABs. They're talking about like Roblox, Minecraft, inflation animation.
This time it moves in the opposite direction, almost as if it's running across the same area again, deliberately making itself visible. The timing is what makes this moment stand out. It's not just a one-off glimpse. It happens twice in a way that feels almost
It's almost like they're
intentional.
playing hard to get.
To some, this looks like a shadowy entity lingering inside the prison, briefly revealing itself before disappearing again. Amazingly,
gotta be some kind of
Chriselle doesn't
entity.
get frightened away from this entity entirely.
I don't know if
as
there's
she
any other
proceeds to continue her
explanation.
investigation, but she is never able to find this entity again. Hopefully, Chriselle won't ever go back to this prison for another investigation again, because this entity may be waiting for her return.
It knows what
And
she
that
looks
was
like
11
now.
scary videos. I hope you enjoyed
What
the
if
video.
it
And if
followed her home?
A nervous daughter records her mother who's trying to capture a rat that's hiding inside the laundry room. It's a seemingly funny moment caught on camera, but this video stops being humorous.
The
when
rat was
certain
a
detail
ghost.
Gets pointed out that neither the mom nor daughter had realized until later. Somewhere in this clip, something very unsettling was caught on camera besides the rat.
What?
Watch closely.
What if it was just me in the background? Don't talk over him. Oh, I'm sorry. I won't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Okay, let me try to open the door. Hold on. Oh my god, it's right there in the basket. Oh my god. Mom, you gotta get it.
It's
Mom,
so
I'm
big.
gonna try.
That's a huge rat. Where the hell do they live? Where are they feeding those things?
On the other side of this door, a shape resembling a head can be seen pressing up against the metal mesh on the wooden frame.
What?
It's up close, as if
The
seemingly gazing at the mother and
fuck?
daughter, who were already spooked enough by the massive rodent. If the size of this rat hadn't already
Is that the rat lord?
terrified them, then surely this has. Now
You can
what's
see
really
the
strange about
ear.
this is that this wasn't there initially. If nothing was there previously, then how did this show up?
So this is the
What
hallway
the
that
fuck?
me and my daughter saw the rat go into our
And my daughter?
cat door.
Are they in New York?
For some reason, I never felt comfortable in here. I felt very. It's not surprising that we caught something in that window.
Sorry guys, it's
Very
me
odd,
using
and
the
it
litter
makes me
box.
feel so uncomfortable.
Neither Catalina, the mother, nor her daughter had noticed it or have any clue as to what this was. But recently, another video was shared by Catalina, which not only is just as creepy, but might explain what this was.
This is my son Jason. He is autistic and he is playing with his camera, which is in this toy car. This is the toy he used to capture the ghost.
Only weeks after this incident, Catalina's son accidentally captures something on his toy camera inside the laundry room while using a
Dude.
wireless camera on his remote
Oh.
to chase their dog around the house.
This
Her
is making
son
my hands
captures
sweaty.
this.
Searching for dog. Why was there an inflatable alien in there? I think they're just inviting bad spirits into their home. What the fuck? What? What the fuck is that voice? What do he be saying? Wait for it? No. No, please. Please, I can't take this. I'm getting the meat sweats. I'm starting to stink. Ow! I thought the dog was... Oh my god. This is just like something out of a horror movie where you get used to like the door opening and closing, and then suddenly it opens and there's gonna be something fucking standing there. Just please go easy on me, man. Come on. Come on, just get it over with. Ah! What the fuck? What if there was just like a face right up close? Like an inch away from the camera. What the fuck?
For making Catalina jump out of her chair upon seeing the dog. It's what happened before this that makes her skin crawl. Firstly, when the toy car drove into the laundry room,
What the
a
fuck?
voice
Fuck
can
that
be
dog.
heard.
I mean, not like that.
Mind you,
hear that?
no
He
one
said
else
something
had been
about, like,
inside,
a
let alone
tarantula.
downstairs where the laundry room is at. Like the silhouette that was in here before. This cryptic voice has no traceable source. But perhaps the creepiest part isn't what happens
Think
here,
it was a
but
duende?
instead what happens outside. As the automatic pet door
trickster
opens and
house
closes
spirit?
repeatedly, a single piece of a playmat goes flying off before landing in front of the pet entrance. But it's the fact that only one piece flies off while the rest stay put that's pretty
One
strange.
piece?
The wind in this case, if any, may not be able to explain this. It just rips off as if plucked by a child who's having a tantrum. But to Catalina, whatever threw this was aiming for the car.
I
Whether
think
ghost or not, she's deeply unsettled
dog
by what was
is
captured
upsetting
both
the ghost.
inside and outside her house.
As you can see, when I pull this one apart, it's very hard. And it just flew up.
Given the whole incident with the rat and the shadow figure, plus this, she can't help but think something haunts her home.
That's
if so,
weird,
she
but
hopes that it's someone
the silhouette thing is very odd.
she once knew.
I like to think that it was my grandmother because she was always close to me. And I always felt like she
Why would your grandmother's ghost be hanging out in the laundry room with all the cat shit?
was around me and protecting me.
Is that her favorite
She continues
place?
to be on the lookout for any more strange occurrences in her house. But for now, this whole situation remains a mystery.
Aw, she loved doing laundry and eating little treats out of the litter box. Yummy. Number 5.
Now, this next video comes from an Uber Eats driver who was driving past a cemetery when this happened. In the 4 years that Marcus Wilson has been delivering food for Uber Eats, never has he ever been so
Does this
afraid of
shirt
coming
say
back to this
DAP
neighborhood,
instead
and for
of
good
Gap?
reason. On the night of April 28th, 2026, Marcus was on his way to drop off an order when he realized that the road he was on was surrounded by not one, but 2 massive plots of land entirely filled with grave sites.
See these 2 lands right here? This is where I was at, man. This one, this whole land right here are nothing but cemeteries.
Although he's driven to some sketchy areas before, nothing could have prepared him for what was caught on his dash cam. Take a look.
What the fuck? Is it gonna be an apparition of some sort?
Cemetery.
No. What if the ghost got into the food that he delivered and whoever ate it is now like... They just ate a ghost. And the ghost is gestating inside of them. Being digested. They're gonna get a big inflated ghost belly. What the fuck was that? pothole? What? Was that just like a light
Marcus
flashing
didn't see it
by, or
happen,
what the fuck
but
was
something
that?
from outside darts into his car. He was sure that during this time his windows had been rolled up, which you can clearly see in this footage. But somehow, whatever this is, manages to get in. Neither flinching nor having any reaction whatsoever, Marcus is completely oblivious to the fleeting object. To him, it's no surprise that something like this would happen at a cemetery, let alone
Guys, what the fuck could that have been?
But nothing is as baffling
It's too
as what
big to
happens
be a
next when
bug.
Marcus finishes
That's a
delivering the food he was
ghost
carrying.
bug.
Now, it's important to note that the reason he shares this video is because he suspects
It's a
it has some
haunted
connection to
moth.
what occurred after he dropped off the food. Just minutes after arriving to the address, Marcus paces back and forth outside of his vehicle,
Meemaw
terrified
goes
of going
flying
back
around
inside.
again.
Take a look.
Doing my usual Uber eating, dropping off some food. I swear, this our whole address gotta be set by a cemetery. If I see this again, I'm just not gonna accept it. Tell you that.
Could you guys live across from a cemetery like that? Try to make sure I'm not bugging. What? What? What do you see? Oh, you dropped your keys, bro. That's a red flag. That's like that's what happens in a horror movie when you're being chased by something.
So, I'm dropping off the DoorDash. The Uber eating.
Oh, the rent better be
daggone
cheap.
company straight. And you're gonna see a vibration. You're gonna see tapping at the window.
The window is
That's
shaking
what I
like
hear.
someone's banging on it.
What the?
Dude, the shoe, like it turned to face him.
Hell.
Did you see that? What the fuck? It like turned to face him. Like, you talking about me? Oh fuck. There's Converse and wait, that's a pair of white Vans. That's damn Daniel.
Tripping. Tripping. No, I'm not tripping.
And like a tiny couch.
Oh, hell no.
It's
Hell
moving.
No, hell no.
It's moving.
Hell no.
It's moving.
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
Do you think there's a rat inside that shoe moving it around? Daniel. Daniel of the damned. Didn't damn Daniel actually pass away? Wait, those look new. Like brand new. Dude, did I get razzed by my dermatologist? Cause I went in and the doctor lady, she came in and greeted me like, "Hey, how are you doing?" And I had this like new pair of shoes on, you know? I got them like a month ago. And the first thing she says to me is, "Wow, those shoes are brand new, huh?" In like that kind of tone. And I was like, yes. I'm sorry. And I don't know why. Like, was that a compliment or just an observation? I was so confused. I felt like I was being bullied. Wow, those shoes are so clean. You get new shoes, you piece of shit. Look at this bitch, she got new shoes. Yeah, does she think I'm a tryhard? No. They even have the new shoe squeaky sound when you walk in them too. It was a pair of what are they called? Wasics?
Oh, hell, what the?
Oh, he's trying to get in the car with him. What if the ghost just wants to ride in the passenger seat and be a passenger princess?
No. Nope. No. No.
He wants to go on a little road trip.
Marcus was so shaken up by this incident that he now flat out refuses any orders from places near cemeteries. A shoe seemingly comes alive as it zips across and creeps forward, and out of nowhere, the door handle
Okay,
to the
this
passenger
is strange
side.
because if this were me, and at the moment I noticed the shoe thing, I would have been out of there. I would not be outside my car, still filming. I would have taken off.
It begins to
5
pull by
minutes ago.
itself, as if someone was trying to get in. But as Marcus shows us, no one was outside. But then, as if finally getting a firm grip on the handle, something opens the door.
What if there's a
Now,
man
while
hand
each thing that
hook?
happens is creepy on its own,
hand
it's
car
looking at
door.
everything collectively that paints a terrifying picture. Could it be that whatever had been outside was trying to lure him out of his car using a shoe? Or were these all just random occurrences? With an entire cemetery as a backdrop, it's understandable why many would think that this is undeniably paranormal. But of course,
You know
what do
nothing
you
is
think?
there?
Marcus
How do
is
you
certain
know?
that it is,
How do you know
aside
nothing's
from
really
being
there?
sure that he won't be coming back anytime soon.
It's the white van's ghost.
Now, over in Houston, Texas, is an abandoned apartment complex that's been sitting empty for quite some time. There doesn't seem to be anyone living on this
That is
property.
creepy.
And perhaps it's best that it stays that way. Because according to Joe Galindo, in 2019, his mother recorded something while living in this
Joe
building
Mama.
that to this day keeps him up at night. As Joe writes, in 2019, my mom told me she was fighting demons, but I didn't believe her, so she sent me proof. The following is what his mother recorded while pretending to be asleep. Apparently, it doesn't come out if she's awake.
Oh,
Watch closely.
there's even a diagram? What the fuck? Do you see it? The shape? Who's snoring up a storm? Is that how she's faking it out to make it think she's asleep? What the fuck is that? It's like a blob. Ew. Question mark? It is like a balloon. It's an egghead. I fought demons once too. When I got crossfaded. Look at it. It looks like it's kind of like drooping from the ceiling. It's like a slime mold.
Seeing the video, Joe no longer thought that his mom was crazy. In her kitchen, something above appears to poke out from behind the doorway. But as if Joe wasn't already disturbed enough, he takes a screenshot, brightens it up, and sees this. What looks like a faceless figure can be seen hanging upside down from the ceiling. While some say that a face can be seen here, many agree that it's hard to tell. But the fact that its features are indiscernible only makes it that much more unsettling.
It looks like a Morrowind NPC.
Some believe this might have been something beyond human comprehension.
That gave me shivers.
Now,
That
the
is
video ends here, but it's
beyond my
assumed that Joe's
comprehension.
mother kept watching this figure before
I'm
she
not
passed out from
comprehending
being
that.
tired. The
I
next
don't
day,
want to.
she sent him this video. So then, had something
It's like a
paranormal taken
soy
place at this now
face.
abandoned apartment? Or was something else going on here? It's hard to say, but if something supernatural was actually there, then Joe
I
can rest
heckin'
assured
love
that it
being
won't be
a
messing with his
demon.
mom, as she no longer lives in this complex.
Oh, look at it. Its mouth is dark, empty eyes, and its cone head. Creepy.
On February 25th, 2025, a man named Tavo posted a video that his grandmother took when she and a friend spotted something outside her window that caused them to back away immediately.
Oh God, be careful, Bob.
Be careful, Bob.
They were cautious in keeping their distance from the glass panes, but not because of something they saw on the street or inside another building, but because of something that was right at their window. It was on a Tuesday afternoon during a family reunion that a shadow suddenly appeared behind the sheer curtains. It was pretty evident that a stranger was right outside and possibly trying to get in, but they weren't ready for what came next, because much to their disbelief, this happens.
What? What happened? Why does it kind of look like Shrek? Oh? What the fuck? Wait, is it a shadow from the other side? It's a stranger. Now that's how they make sure you have your TV license.
What they saw, or rather, what they didn't see, left them completely astounded.
Know.
The supposed stranger they swore was outside the window wasn't actually there. In fact, he was never there to begin with. Upon pulling back the curtain to see who was there, they see this. Nothing. Now, it wasn't just nothing according to Tavo, who got this video from his grandmother. Something had actually been there. To him, this had to be some sort of supernatural entity that paid his grandmother and her friend a visit. It's been a year now since the video was posted, but despite how much time has passed, Tavo and his grandma still wonder just what had been outside.
Is there a ghost haunting Tavo and his grandmother?
Now, the following video comes from a woman named Giselle Duran, who was recently forced to leave her apartment in the middle of the night.
Why?
Pretty much everyone who's seen this video was left confused on why Giselle was crying inconsolably.
What the fuck?
It was very odd that she would put this video out there.
I like the people with just like
and going through all her posts,
footballs and soccer ball emojis in their name.
Why she was so paranoid. For the past few months, Giselle Duran has been sharing clips that were captured by her security camera. They're mostly just recordings of her living room, but in each one, something happens that many believe has led up to the recent breakdown she had. It goes without saying, but these next few clips are nothing short of unsettling. It all started with a video she posted in late March 2026 when Giselle was home alone doing laundry. But then, out of nowhere, this happens.
That was me, sorry. Maybe it got charged up too much and it got overwhelmed.
Now, it may not seem like much, but this occurrence marks the first time something strange happened in an apartment. Thinking that the whole incident with her flying phone was just a random one-time occurrence, she was
when I touch a down power line.
When something like this happened again. Only this time, she didn't think it was random. On March 28th, 2026, she recorded this.
That's my least favorite bizarre bub background noise, the one that's just like a low frequency groaning noise with lots of reverb. It's so unsettling. It's scarier than most of the videos. Just...
It was at this point where she began to think that maybe something is messing with her.
She stepped over the
like
fish
someone
wire.
who didn't want the lights off. They immediately turned
the ghost
on
is
as
putting
soon as
fish
Giselle
wire
turns them
all over
off.
her house.
It was definitely strange, but
Trying to kill
especially
her.
so when looking back at the previous occurrence. Maybe what happened there wasn't so random. Now, although neither encounter was enough to freak her out just yet, one incident came close to doing that, and it's what happened on April 2nd of 2026.
It waited till after
Giselle was
April
fixing
Fool's?
a shoelace inside her
That's
closet.
messed up.
This happens.
Whoa, nice shoe organizer. That's pretty cool. She organizes her shoes. Are those brand new or something? You don't want to get any dirt on them? Notices something on table. Oh, no. It started moving. Are those freshly ripened bananas? Why do Americans have cameras inside their living rooms? To catch footage of demons and ghosts. It's like a cultural thing.
Now, it might be hard to notice, but something happens within this area that set Giselle on edge.
It's a whole
you won't
economy.
Really spot it at regular speed, but if you
Ghost
scrub the
video
footage
economy.
back and forth, you'll notice that the bag on the table begins to move, almost as if coming alive. This, of course, freaked out Giselle, which led her to take action.
Breathing.
Like other instances, she couldn't explain how it moved, nor figure out what had touched her.
I love being spied on by the government. I
This
want
is
them to
perhaps
watch
the
me
creepiest
through all
part
the
about this
cameras.
incident. Now,
and
so far, everything that's happened up to
Bluetooth
this point has led her
devices.
to believe that something isn't right with her place. Any small thing that happens now makes her jump out of her skin, and the fact that she's living solo makes things worse. But as it seems, she may not be entirely alone, because one night, after being woken up by a sound inside her room,
this was
happens.
just a month ago.
Obviamente no me voy a levantar a ver qué es, pero tengo miedo, estoy temblando del miedo.
This is the worst. Anything filmed from this angle, just like vulnerable in bed in a dark room, aimed at a door. Ooh, that's just bad feng shui. Why would you set up your room in this way? You should never have your feet facing the door when you're laying down in bed.
Creo que hay alguien atrás de la puerta o algo.
What the fuck? It's another shoe! It's a shoe ghost! Me and my friend in school would always do that in the girls' bathroom. We'd take the stalls adjacent to one another and we'd stick our asses underneath the gap in the between the stall and the floor and like moon each other. Yeah.
Pero salí corriendo de ahí porque ya no puedo.
It's kind of like, you know, the circle game where like if you look down at the circle hand gestures, like, oh, I can punch you in the balls now. It's kind of like that. Like we trick each other. Like, oh my god, oh no, I'm out of toilet paper, man. What am I gonna do? And you look down and you just see like an ass sticking out, like a gap.
Ya no sé qué hacer. Son las 4 de la mañana. Pero
Yeah,
sé que
that's
había
a whole
algo ahí,
story.
sé que miré algo y no estoy loca.
The whole story.
No estoy loca. Tengo que entrar a trabajar al rato y no he dormido nada. Estoy nerviosa, estoy... no sé. No sé qué...
It now
I
becomes
feel
clear
bad. I
as
didn't
to
mean to laugh at her crying.
why Giselle was so freaked out in this video.
I just started thinking, like, what if it was my butt sticking out underneath the door frame and she got scared by it?
It wasn't just whatever this was that was at her door, but all the stuff before it that finally made her snap. Already feeling on edge,
was horrible.
she
It
bolts out of
smelled
the
really
room
bad.
and pays no attention to the black shape at her door,
So hairy.
not knowing if it was still there or not. She just wanted to get out of there as soon as possible. So she hops in her car and drives all the way to her job before parking outside and clocking in hours later. Now, when she came back home eventually, she didn't find anything around her door to explain what she saw last night. It was gone, as if nothing had been there in the first place. But as her video shows, something was clearly there. From
Clearly
capturing things
there.
moving by themselves to recording moments where she felt a presence, Giselle has documented what she believes is clear evidence of an uninvited guest making itself at home.
This ghost is
course,
just plain
what do you think?
rude.
While there haven't been any other strange happenings since then, she continues to look closely at these videos, hoping to find something in them that explains them. But for now,
That
it remains
shot of her
unknown
like
as to
like slowly gaping her mouth from like the side profile view is more scary than anything else. Can you guys submit ghost videos to Bizarre Bob so we can react to more Ghost Slap? Just get some fishing wire and
At roughly 11:40 p.m. on a Sunday night, two nurses working the night shift at a dialysis clinic are getting a patient ready to go home. It's just about closing time, and only one patient is left to be sent home via the pickup area that's outside the clinic. But just before heading out, something catches their attention.
Sorry, that was me.
According to Josephine, who sent me this video, someone was searching through their dumpsters and making a lot of noise. Apparently, it's a common occurrence here. But this isn't the reason she sends me this video. At the same time that Josephine and her colleague were outside, something happens inside. Thankfully, the patient in this video was okay with Josephine sharing this video. They too felt it was necessary to show this footage to others, as otherwise, no one would believe them.
What?
The following is what was caught. Take a look.
This might be legit. I'm getting so nervous, it's making me itchy. What's going to happen? Is something gonna push her? Is there gonna be something in the door? I'm scared. What the fuck? What the fuck? Is she okay?
For some reason, the lady in the wheelchair covers up her face after letting out a scream. It's the same reaction that someone would have upon seeing something terrifying. But as it turns out, that's exactly what happened. Because according to Josephine, this patient saw a person who was seemingly disfigured and walking towards her.
What the
However,
fuck?
as the footage shows, no one is near. Or at least, it seems like that. Because if you look closely at the reflection on this TV screen, you'll notice what it was that terrified her. Take a look.
Oh my god. You can see it. What the fuck? No.
Someone or something else had actually been present.
Explain
on
that.
the TV screen, the shape of a dark figure suddenly appears before disappearing near the lady. At one point, it's here, but then seconds later,
Dude,
it's
that
right
was
behind her.
sphincter puckering.
It's as if the shadowy figure had only been intent on getting close to her. As Josephine writes, they really thought that she was just seeing things, but apparently that's not the case. While it's been a few months now since the time of this recording, this video continues to get pulled up at work as nurses find it hard to believe. But of course, what do you think? Just
terrifying.
what exactly had this old lady seen inside this lobby? This one remains a mystery.
That last video was a little bit bone chilling, I will say. My bones feel very cold after that.